So as many of you know, I have a reputation in the crypto space as being quite bearish. I tend to avoid being bullish, and I tend to avoid saying things are big or even really big. And that's why today is, how do I say, so big, because I'm actually coming on here to present something that I usually don't do. And that's something that many of you might find to be extremely bullish. And we have a lot of data and a lot of things I want to look at specifically, and I don't know. Something just feels weird. So let's absolutely dump into it. One of the first things I want to talk about is this post that's going viral on X by Andrew Kang, The Exponential Horizon. Seeing the dot-com bubble, 2008 global financial crisis, and all the crypto boom and bust builds pattern recognition, warning alarms in your brain. But what he's saying is it's time to move past that short-term fear and stop being concerned about bubbles and short-term moves, pumps, dumps, all these little things. They always happen. They always will happen. What he's saying, though, is that we're going to have runaway growth because of AI, robotics, energy, innovation that we've never seen before. In the next 3 to 10 years, we could register a 20 sigma event, he says. What does that mean? Well, you might be familiar with a 6 sigma event, which is just an extremely rare, high-impact thing that happens, about 6 standard deviations from the mean. Some people call these black swans or white swans. They're basically just major changes. And the term that this kind of fits into is a 6 sigma event. Okay? But what he's saying is that we have the chance of actually experiencing a 20 sigma event. Growth that was basically considered impossible, driven by second, third order changes that have no precedent. The potential for runaway upside is so vast, he's saying, that it's difficult to capture them with conventional present value calculations. And basically, wealth creation, unlike anything we've ever seen. He says, of course, it is important to talk about downside and manage it. But this is the largest upside risk the world has ever seen. A singularity, even, if you're familiar with that. And that's where this image kind of just illustrates exactly his idea in one thing here. A trade of a lifetime, basically. And something similar to what we saw with the very, very early days of Bitcoin, where, you know, maybe you could buy a couple hundred Bitcoin. This is back maybe around 2010 or so, right? It wasn't an opportunity that was around very long. Once it started catching on, it happened really quick. And a lot of people that even had Bitcoin back in those days never really held on to it. They missed that insane sigma event because they sold and they didn't think it would really do what it did. But now he's saying we have an opportunity that's coming. He doesn't know exactly when. He said 3 to 10 years. That's even bigger than that. So let's take a look at some other things that people are talking about. In terms of just, you know, run-of-the-mill, typical day-to-day bullishness, we see James posting about the current drop we've seen and how it's basically measuring that we're extremely oversold. One thing that I've been reading a lot about, and this post is a lengthy kind of explainer, I guess, of the same thing I've been reading about, is that there's a couple phases to a current market plan maybe in the U.S. with a crash and then blaming, easing, and then the election where massive recovery into the end of this year, but specifically the middle of this year is when we really start to see these markets start to go up a lot. And there's a plan for it, right? It's to manipulate and gain votes, right? So that's a fundamental and reasonable, you know, it's beneficial for the current administration to them to get more votes to do something like that. Who knows? Will that happen? But we're getting closer to that. And I actually want to read this comment. Let me just blur out the cuss word, actually. Okay. But the Bitcoin chart is so undervalued compared to gold, it's basically falling off, and this has never happened before. The rainbow chart is cooked. But the top comment says maybe you should stop drawing rainbow charts. And that's also true. Maybe the rainbow charts are just trash. Biggest bull run ever, starting fuel says, saying we're here. Okay, so we're seeing a lot of increase in bullishness. In fact, on my timeline today, maybe too much, right? Stock Money Liz is saying, I've used this chart to decide where to start buying Bitcoin since 2020. It has not failed me since. Here we are. Doesn't mean that it's immediately going back up, but basically this is an amazing accumulation spot. as well. Bitcoin's dominant era is over. We saw the Coinbase ad during the Super Bowl last night. There's a viral video going around where it was like a song singing along to the Backstreet Boys, and nobody knew who the commercial was made by until the very end, which flashed on the screen, Coinbase. And there's videos of people at parties just booing immediately when they saw Coinbase. Because, well, why? Because everyone hates crypto right now. Every normal person hates crypto right now. There is no new people joining. And typically, again, that's a great time to buy. The fear and greed also just hit an all-time low, the lowest since it was created. Okay. Another sign that, hey, maybe now's not a bad time to buy. The crypto market is completely oversold. This is when you buy, he's saying. Everyone's deleting the apps, saying they're done. Everything's on sale. Well, if this really is, if it turns out to be the bottom, seems like exactly what every other bottom has been, where except worse this time, meaning sentiment is worse. People hate crypto more than ever. Doesn't seem like anyone new will ever join crypto again. But I mean, come on. That's exactly what you look for. This guy's saying they're telling you it's a bear market. I'm telling you it's a super cycle. Basically, alts. He thinks alts are going to catch up. I have mixed opinions on this. But he's saying this looks like the bottom is in on Bitcoin. Price bounce of a multi-year respected channel. So we're seeing a lot of bullishness is kind of the point of a lot of what we're saying. Fred summarizes this about a massive gamma squeeze. Similar to like we saw a big squeeze on February 5th to the downside. That also means it can happen to the upside. Specifically, again, with Bitcoin being introduced into traditional finance with IBIT and the IBIT options, mean we could have these massive swings to the upside, just like we've seen to the downside. Right now, we're all staring at opportunity as big as Bitcoin in 2010, which is another sentiment I've heard a couple times today from different people. This is the moment Zoomers look back on a real. So basically, what am I saying here? A lot of these people are not only bullish right now, but like as bullish as I've ever seen people. As global liquidity continues to go up, the more bullish crypto ever gets. And the crypto cycle ending in euphoria, not fear, putting this little upside thing with, again, this actually maybe even being similar to what we talked about at the beginning about just a massive, maybe 20, maybe 10 sigma pump, mega pumpy. Business cycle and RSI are completely aligned, both pointing for a full bull reversal. There's a lot of signs showing that actually this doesn't look like the end of something. It looks like the beginning. Last 5 times Bitcoin's RSI hit this low, it went up 100%, which would be, nearly $200,000 per coin. The poor performance of this Bitcoin cycle is going to have so many people selling way too early. Next cycle bull market. Bear market's not over yet. Need the low, possibly, but RSI needs to recover a bit. So some mixed opinions, but today, more than ever, I think I've seen more people, again, maybe not even short-term focused, but especially long-term, more bullish than I've ever seen. So I guess people aren't necessarily saying we're about to bounce up massively right now, but basically this is the time to get as exposed to the market as you can. Take advantage of every drop as much as you can. And again, obviously I have been buying Bitcoin for a long time, and I agree that like I'm not stopping buying Bitcoin, and every time it drops 30, 40, 50%, of course my brain is wired to see that as a opportunity. But I also tend to agree with the idea that with AI specifically and robotics and all these things that are happening, the singularity is coming, and there will be wealth generation created unlike anything we've ever seen before. But also I think it's going to be volatile, and I think there are going to be a lot of people that get banged in the process. It also could be getting banged in the sense that people watch it go up and up and up and up and expect to crash, and it goes up and up and up, and it just keeps going up and up and up. And especially now more than ever, again, especially crypto participants are so conditioned now to expect to get dumped on the second you get pumped on, because really, as I've said, for the past 5 years, alts have just only gotten banged. And I mean, imagine getting banged straight for a year. We've been getting banged straight for 5 years. So basically at this point, most people just can't even imagine a world where they don't get banged. People are only imagining that the only thing that could happen is they get banged. And again, in retrospect, that's one of those things you can look back on and be like, wow, maybe I should have tried to convince myself that we could have something happen to us that wasn't just complete banging. So with that being said, markets are in my opinion, if we look at short term, I think that it's possible we go back above 80 in the short term before facing some resistance. I don't know, up in this area. I think it's possible this bounce kind of takes us up here, right? It's not anything crazy. Doesn't mean that the bounce is over. Really, it would just be us getting back to prices we saw like 2 weeks ago, which is almost like bare minimum. Not even really bullish, right? But yeah, a lot of people, especially because we've dipped down and touched on the 200-week moving average for the first time since touching it back all the way in October of 23. Kind of a long time, right? It's been a long time since we've been there. Over 2 years. About 2.5 years since we've been there. And we just touched on it. So at least historically, this is a good time to buy for Bitcoin. Especially with everything lining up, as we've shown. A lot of things. If Bitcoin reprices drastically to even kind of match gold, who knows if it will. But if it does, it's a trade you really don't want to miss out on. A long-term position you don't want to miss out on. The best part about all this is nobody knows what's going to happen, so that makes anything possible. Sure, we could crash to negative 1 million, but we could also go up to positive 200 million or 1,000. But get signed up with Femex or BITUNIX if you want to buy Bitcoin or trade crypto below. Thank you for the Magoo. Sometimes it's good to be bullish, sometimes it's good to be bearish, and sometimes it's good to be bullish.